Guys, what's up? I just want to come and make this video. I know that I'm not supposed to talk about certain subjects, so um, I'm just gonna go into it. And this is about my life. We hope that we get it done within a few minutes. But if not, stay for the journey, guys. All right. So recently, everything has been changing. Do you remember the medicine? I took one pill and that was it. Um, I no longer take it, and there's a lot of questions on the table. All right. So the side effects to it are just pain in the side, and that's about it. But yeah, everything has been changing. I am looking at maybe going out of town at some point. I don't know what day, but we're trying to figure out what day works. And I have the ability to do this because I'm not no longer in a awesome relationship. But things that are going on in the East Coast or the East, there's a few questions, right, that people are asking what's going on there. And, let's figure out that what's going on in the East. Um, 85 new people that have died, 15 new people died in the Ukraines, and 87% of people have died by news. 3.6 inches of rain that is coming to California. So basically, there's flooding. There's supposed to be. We're obviously in the last days, so it is much different. Um, uh, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. If you guys didn't hear that at the beginning of the video, sometimes we talk about what we're talking about, but there's still a few questions on the mark that it was in the U.S. It's there's nothing but gunshots every single time in the East Coast. In Florida, there's over 65 million. In Israel, and just over 1,540 miles apart from each other. So over 65 million miles away from Florida, there's a lot of people that are being accused for what's going on. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of people being released out of prison and going right back in there because that's just how it is. The U.S. government is starting to work with the government. There's also floodings warnings that somewhere on the East Coast it has shook the nation about what's going on and if we're all going to be homeless, if we're all going to be this way. We're obviously in the last days because we are obviously there is rumors of wars and all sorts of questions there. So let's jump into today's topic. So about 87 people have died, and then 15 people in Iraq have died, um, in 65 million miles away from Florida area, which is in the middle of area of Turkey and Ukraine, somewhere in that place. Let's see. Well, let's go on. What's been changing in my life for the better, knowing that asking questions are going to be better. If you end up upcoming special events that are going to go on, you should at least communicate with things that you're not like dealing with. When you're talking crazy, it can cause people to react. What's new in life could be a job, it could be a marriage. It could be a number of questions on the table of what's going on and what's wrong. Um, I don't recommend doing anything that's going to cause you to reflect. Your life has been changing in the last 6 months. Here it is. How do I do this? how long is 2025 away, how to change your life before 2025. Don't get arrested. Make sure to stay inside, play video games, stay in the cold, in the warm house. I mean, um, well, my life is going to live a little bit longer. Obviously, I've been praying, so that's been a good part about this. I also accidentally cut myself with a knife when I was cutting some food. Um, when you're living on your own, what do you do? Do you understand that it can be difficult? Yes, at times there can be difficulties, but again, I don't have to hunt people down. I don't have to hurt them. I don't have to do anything there. There's still a lot of questions on the table of what's real and what's fake. The purpose of all these videos is not to piss people off. It's to show people that I've done something that you can do, and you can do it 1,000 times more than I can. I mean, getting older, but I have a body and a mindset of a much older person, and I'm changing my ways. I'm obviously starting to wear pants instead of shorts in the freezing cold. It is exactly 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside, which is cold or cloudy. It got up to about 40, 42, 45. But we also have done some good things today. Um, Thanksgiving is one of those times that you will end up helping people out in the community if you are out there. One of my friends said that I am flaky, and I know that I can be that way, which is flaky. If for people that don't understand what flaky is, it's where you say that you're going to show up somewhere, and then you end up automatically giving them an answer or a reason why you shouldn't go. There's reasons why you should go, reasons why you shouldn't go, and then you make a decision. You end up turning into a punk or a security person that understands that there is a lot of pressure when you do live by the bottle, when you do live by the pornography, when you do end up living by certain question marks. There's a lot of questions and a lot of circumstances that are going to happen. So if I'm living by the bottle, then that's the only thing I care about. That becomes the center of my life. If I'm smoking a cigarette and that's all I care about and I forget about family's issues or whatever, then you start being an addictive to that. And if you're a vapor or drug use, um, that's the center of your life. So whatever the center is your life, that's what you're going to become. So if the drugs are the center of your life, that's what you're going to become. You're going to become somebody that's addicted to so many drugs and get so many highs that you think that this is going to make you happy. When, take it for instance, after you do your first cigarette, your first drug, your first alcohol, your first what fill in the substance, whatever, there's a chance that either you're going to die, you're going to get some help, or you're going to end up the help going to the hospital or thinking that this is funny, and then they release you after they've done surgery or whatever mark is there. And if you have a code blue, that just means you're freaking out. The person's about to go under and they're